Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Phyrexia. All will be one draft. Rare is Dark Slick Shores. I don't think we want to take the Fixer. Kind of looking at Thrumming Bird. I really like this card. I really like Blue-Black, Toxic, Proliferate. You can do it with oil counters too. It's just a very fun card. Proliferation is quite good in this format. Otherwise, we have a big fat toxic creature. We've got Tyvar's Stand, which is a good combat trick. Some protection and potential to end games. Terramorphic Expanse, good fixing. Mandible, Justiciar. Kind of a cool card. I like the artifact build too. I've seen that. Hazardous Blast, good way to just get in there and win. Contagious Vorak, more proliferate, good. But we'll start with the Thrumming Bird. Alright, follow-up pick. 3 mana, 3/3. Slowbat is 3 mana, 3/3. Second artifact, add an amount of blue or red equal to the sacrifice artifact's mana value, but you can only use it to cast artifact spells. Otherwise, we have Prosthetic Injector. It's a cool toxic equipment. I kind of like it. The Evangelist is a good corrupted card. And here you sacrifice, can deal some damage if you got big fat artifacts or creatures. Escaped Experiment. Played against it once for the artifact deck. I really like Experimental Augury a lot, and Vivisurgeon's Insight is good as well. Get some card advantage. Might just take the uncommon here, take the Injector. It's pretty cool on a Thrumming Bird, actually. If you attack, you deal 1 poison, and then you proliferate it. It's kind of cool. I like Augury a lot, though, too, and it wants to be in the same toxic deck as Thrumming Bird, but I'll just take Injector. Tyvar. Well, for being a Planeswalker, it's not that exciting, unfortunately. I don't have activated abilities yet. I'm not in those colors. So why don't we look at other things, like Rot Priest is pretty cool. But it's also same colors as Tyvar. It'd be tough to get in that. This works well with Proliferate. You can proliferate out and eventually make it unblockable. This Rot Priest is a good uncommon, though. Wow, I mean, additional poison counter is a big deal. So, I'm giving Death Touch. I might just take it. Evolving Adaptive is cool, too. Annihilating Glare in black is some good removal. I might be willing to play blue-black, splash the Rot Priest, just because beat enough Toxic, you're pretty happy about it. Zealot's Conviction is a good combat trick as well, especially if you end up deep Toxic, but take the Rot Priest for now. Alright, this has Corrupted, but losing 3 life can be difficult in this format. Doesn't necessarily mean I shouldn't take it. It's an uncommon as well. 4 mana, draw 3, make your opponent lose 3 life. I mean, if you're putting toxic counters on them, it's a little less exciting making them lose 3 life too. Sometimes you just can't afford to lose 3 life. It's not exactly a cheap card either, you know? I think the Bone Picker Scourge could be okay. Just because Death Touch Lifelink is a nice ability set, especially with flying. I'm not in love with any of this. Maybe I'll give this card a try. I don't think it's that good, but maybe it'll surprise me. Alright, Necrosquito. I guess it's really Necrosquito, like a mosquito, but 4 mana 0/0. Comes in with oil counter, so it's good with Thrumming Bird. And then it gets bigger with more oil counters. It's uncommon too. Or otherwise, we have Prologue to Phyresis. There is a Head Cleaver, another toxic creature. I think I like the Prologue more than that. Necrosquito might make the most sense with Proliferate. Does not have Toxic, though. I really, you know me. I'm real sick when it comes to the toxic decks. Might just take Prologue. This is good with Proliferate, but I want to go all in Toxic here, I think. And Poison. So Whisper of the Dross wants to be in this deck as well. Unfortunately, the Watcher becomes good against us. But I think I just take Whisper. It's a cool card. And it's good against the Watcher. Just lets you get more poison counters on your opponent for 1 mana. Plays well with Prologue to Phyresis. All right. Mesmerizing Dose is a great card. Blue removal. That's pretty hard removal. And you get to proliferate on top of it. Pretty nice. Insight is good too. It's got the proliferate. I like the Scrap Trap. Lets you proliferate. Head Cleaver. Has Toxic, but we'll take the Dose for now. Alright, the Surgeon. Well, this has oil counters. Not bad. Bring the Ending kind of makes sense for this deck, I think. It's counter... I mean, it's always a counter spell and then hard counter with poison counter, so maybe I'll just take it. I think it's actually a pretty good card. You can see, since we have two creatures, that maybe the Surgeon is smarter. Yeah, I guess since we can proliferate too, maybe I just take it. Just doesn't have Toxic, you know? Well, Dark Slick Shore seems a lot better now. Could take the Terramorphic instead, because it can find the green mana. But this being both colors is certainly better than just being one color, so I think we'll take that. And it's a rare, so a little harder to come by. We'll take the Insight now. This card is certainly playable. I like it more than Feed the Infection, because you don't lose 3 life and you get to proliferate. Anatomist is playable here too. It's a blocker that can also put poison counters on your opponent. I guess technically we do need more creatures, don't we? Alright, we'll take the Glare over the Prism. Even though we don't really have a lot to sack right now. Duress is at least a good sideboard card, so we'll take that. Alright, second to last pick, Necrosquito. I'll take it. I mean, it makes sense with Proliferate. I feel like we're in the right colors. What does this do? It's got Reach. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. Sacrifice 2 other creatures, put an indestructible counter on it. This card's pretty sweet. Hard to go wrong with that one. Slaughter Singer. This card's great too. It's just funny that we don't have as much Toxic as I'd like. At this point, I guess it's tough to double splash 2 green. And there's still cards in here that are very good. Like we're up to 4 whole creatures. Blightbelly Rat is a good Toxic 2-drop. Dose is going to let us get more stuff on our opponent. Ascent, more poison as well. Yeah, the Rat is pretty slick, and I think we need some actual cheap creatures. I'm going to go all in Toxic. I'm going to take it over a Mythic that we could possibly splash. Elish Norn. Well, this is pretty cool. This could be worth the splash, I think. Because we have all of this stuff that triggers like Dose. And I guess Necrosquito gets double. And none of your opponents get anything. So that's pretty good. Raptor's a great card. Certainly in games too. This is great with Proliferate. Can keep things tapped down. How much Into the Battlefield stuff do we have now? Guess we don't have that much, do we? So maybe we don't go all in on Elish Norn. I could see taking the Immobilizer with the Proliferate. Because this is just going to lock stuff down. And you can tap it to do it, so it's kind of good. It's an uncommon as well. We'll take another Thrumming Bird, I think. I mean, the only issue we have now is we just don't have enough Toxic stuff, but if we get one counter on an opponent with Prologue, you know, Rat, Injector, whatever, we can really go to town. Get the Proliferate up. Tablet of Completion. This is better than I originally thought it was. Especially with Proliferate, I could see that being good. Oh, this is kind of cool. So we have I mean, this is amazing with Thrumming Bird. Even if you are going for a Toxic deck, you gain life off of it too. It just buys you time. It can block reasonably well. This puts poison counter on our opponent. This has Toxic. I think I kind of like the idea of this Aspirant just because we have a lot of Proliferate. This is like the best deck you could have for it, I think. So I'm going to take it over the Tablet, even though I think the Tablet is really good with Proliferate. Getting extra cards is good, but I think Aspirant can end some games. So this comes in. I don't really like this card. I don't think we need a Microsynth. Testament Bearer is always a pretty solid card. It just, once again, does not have Toxic, but it blocks pretty well. 4 power blocking, and then you get a card. Is pretty nice. So we could do Infectious Inquiry. Personally, I think I'd like it more than Feed the Infection for us. It's a mana cheaper. You get 1 less card, you lose 1 less life, but you give your opponent a poison counter. It's kind of actually interesting that Feed the Infection is an uncommon and this is a common, because I think this is just straight up better. It also doesn't require you to have Corrupted. Although, you know, 1 extra mana, 1 extra card is a pretty good deal. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to take the Inquiry and probably play it over Feed the Infection. So we can take the Ascent now. It gives Toxic, so it's kind of good. Otherwise, we could take the Surgical Bay. And this gets oil counters too and lets you get creatures back. But, you know, I haven't played this Ascent yet, and I kind of like it. It boosts toxic creatures you already have too, so it's kind of nice. You know, we need some actual creatures in order to take advantage of it, but I'm going to be hopeful that we can make that work. I'm going to take it over Head Cleaver here too, I think. Just take all the Ascents. I mean, I suppose you can. Maybe we'll give it a try. Take it over Draw Spits. We'll give it a try. I'll see what I think of it. Wow, getting a 10th pick Raptor is pretty incredible, actually. This card is really good. Even if we didn't have a billion Proliferate, the card would be really good. The Fisher, I mean, can I just take a bunch of Ascents? Or is this just wrong? Probably want the Prism now, actually, because I think we are splashing Rot Priest, so. Alright, another Insight. I mean, the card advantage is here. Certainly like Insight more than Feed the Infection. Don't need a Glistener Seer. Admittedly, we probably want some more creatures in here. That would likely be smart. Graz Unstoppable Juggernaut. So it's just an 8 mana 7/5 that makes Juggernauts you control attack each combat. And, oh, it makes other creatures you control 5/3. I mean, it's kind of cool. Unfortunately, there's really not anything else screaming out at me. We could take Watchful Blister Zoa, because 8 mana without ramp is not super feasible. But 6 mana with all the Proliferate and the oil counters could make sense. I actually don't think Plague Nurse is that great. Just turns out 3/4s aren't that great. 4/4s are really, I feel like, where it's at. This is tough. Guess I'll take a Blister Zoa. So, another Graz. Well, could just splash another Rot Priest. Probably be okay with that. I mean, it works with all of our Ascents and all that stuff too, so maybe we just splash another one. It's pretty sweet with, if you have 2 of them out as well. So, let's just take it over the Necro Titan. Just because it's interesting. Spell Dancer. 2 mana, 2/1, can't be blocked whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Put an oil counter on it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, remove 2 oil counters from on it. If you do, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. Doesn't work that well with Ascent because you have to hit him. It's just that turn. Huh. Doesn't. It probably works well with something we have. I just can't put my finger on it. Let's take another Scheming Aspirant. Going for the Toxic plan, but hey, with all the Proliferate, why not, right? But I think we'll do that over Spell Dance. This card is pretty sweet, but I actually don't think we have, unfortunately. I mean, we have some stuff. Like, it's cool with Prologue, it's good with Insight. There is stuff that's good with it, but ooh, another Injector? I think so. The only problem is, you know, complete and utter lack of creatures, but we do have a lot of card draw, so Injector's pretty sweet, too. It's very cheap. We'll take it. I really like how good it is with Thrumming Bird. Wow. And I love how good it is with Retrofitter. This card's amazing in general. Even if you're not... Wow, and this pack also has Anoint with Affliction and Terramorphic Expanse, and even Surgical Skull Bomb's a great card. Bounce Draw, you know, even if it's 4 mana. But Retrofitter with 2 Injectors is pretty slick. And the Prism, I mean, I think we have to. It's got Toxic as well. Certainly can't overlook that. This gets oil counters and you can turn it into a 5/5. It's kind of cool. I don't have enough artifacts for that, I think. I think we're probably going to end up just taking a Raptor and not being unhappy about it. Or we could actually take the Edifice. It's a kill spell. There's a lot of X1s in this format, actually. I could see this being good. 3 mana, 3/2. I mean, I think I'm actually going to go Edifice over Raptor is really good, but I haven't gotten a chance to play with the Edifice yet, and come and kill something, at least on a sideboard, is pretty nice. I think we'll take the Hive Master here since, you know, we're a toxic deck with, like, no toxic creatures. Alright, Experimental Augury, pick 8 is nice. Otherwise, we could go for the mill plan with all the Proliferate, but Augury is just fantastic. Love this card. Proliferates, too. Double Scheming Aspirant. This deck's pretty sweet. We're kind of there in terms of creatures. I could see maybe offer Immortality just because Death Touch Indestructible is a nice ability set. But, I don't know. Maybe we take the offer because I feel like... I don't know. Either option's fine there. Could go Anatomist for more Proliferate if I really want. Or we just take another offer. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Proliferate probably makes the most sense with double Aspirant. So another Surgeon. This lets you get creatures back. It's kind of nice, actually. But this gets oil counters and gives stuff flying. I feel like we already have a lot of evasion. Whatever. Another Ascent. Do I just play all the... Just play a million Ascents? I really doubt we're going to be able to play 4 Aspirants Ascents, but... It's cute. It's cute nonetheless. Let's take a look here. We have to make 9 cuts. We really don't have much fixing for Rot Priest. We ended up just getting a Prism. So we have like 4 ways to cast 2 Rot Priests. I don't love it. We have 16 creatures, so technically we can cut a creature and not be upset about it. Wonder which creature I like the less. There's no way we're playing 4 Ascents, is there? I don't think so. It's not a bad card. Gives us ways to give counters, but I just don't think it's likely that we're doing that. Could be the Testament Bearer, even though I think that card's good. Is it the weakest creature in the deck? Maybe the Surgeon, but I guess giving stuff evasion is good typically. I mean, it's giving Hive Master Rot Priest evasion could be good. It's just a lot of our things already have flying, so it's a little less important here. And you know, giving Aspirant flying isn't really that important. Maybe we cut a Surgeon then try and run 15 creatures. Do we cut all the Ascents? I mean, I don't want to, but we have a lot of cuts to make. And we already have a lot of evasion. Just giving Toxic 1's not bad, but we already have 2 Injectors that do that, so why don't we just cut the Ascents? And, you know, need to make some more cuts. So, technically we can run less creatures with all this card draw too. That's totally true. I don't know if we need 2 Insights. Probably 1 is okay. Because at that point we have the full spread of the Augury, the Insight, and the Inquiry, and that's pretty good. I think it's pretty safe to say we don't have to run 15 creatures, and I still think the Surgeon is probably the weakest card in the deck, even though we have a bunch of Proliferate. Mostly because a lot of our stuff already flies. And stuff that we have that doesn't fly still gives us like value on the ground, I think. I mean, it is nice to proliferate that and stuff, but I just think it's the weakest thing going in this deck. So we still have to make 2 more cuts. I'm not 100% sure what they are either. So I want all this proliferate. I want to just put poison counters directly on my opponent. I want to proliferate. Annihilating Glare. I mean, it synergizes well with like Rat. And it's basically our only piece of hard removal. That's true. Is there a way? Do I have to run 4 forests? Or can I get away with this? Well, I probably can't because I'm already doing 8-7. And I need my black early. So we're probably going to do it like this. And I mean, with all the card draw, it's probably okay. Hopefully. So 2 more cuts. 2 aspirants. I almost think Whisper's better than Annihilating Glare, but that sounds pretty crazy. What's the weakest creature in our deck? You know, I could cut the Edifice, just because it's probably a better sideboard card anyway. I don't need to run Necrosquito, but it's pretty amazing with Throwing Bird. I bet that takes the game over pretty quick. You throwing, I mean, if you're giving it a +1/+1 counter every time you're hitting with a Throwing Bird, that's pretty amazing. So maybe we cut the Edifice. It's a good sideboard plan. And we're at 13 creatures. I probably shouldn't cut any more creatures. Should probably cut a non-creature. And to be honest, I'm having a hard time here because I'm not sure if I want to do the yeah. You know, maybe Edifice is better than Testament Bearer, actually. I like Testament Bearer, but maybe Edifice is better because it can kill something. Especially like a flyer to let our Throwing Birds get through. That could be pretty important. So I should probably cut one more creature, or one more non-creature, I mean. And I'm looking at like Glare, Whisper, Prologue, Inquiry. I don't think the Immobilizer, though. I think I like the Immobilizer too much to cut it. So I think it's one of those other cards I mentioned. I kind of like the cards that directly put a counter on my opponent. It's tough to cut Annihilating Glare. That just seems wrong. I don't want to cut Mesmerizing Dose, although that's another piece of hard removal. So, I guess there's some argument I could cut the Glare. Definitely can't cut any more creatures with 2 injectors, especially, I think. This deck looks fun. Do I cut Glare? It seems wrong. I mean, giving opponents poison counters is pretty important. But maybe we cut the Inquiry because you lose life with it. Alright, I convinced myself. So, fun looking deck. I like it a lot. It looks really fun. So we'll see what we can do with this. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright, round 1. We'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. Really nice hand. We get to go Prism into Retrofitter, which is very strong. We have all 3 colors. This hand is pretty fantastic, actually. Throwing Bird, good play too, but we're going to go Prism into Retrofitter. It's just the best curve there. That's a good blocker for our Thrumming Bird, but that's just fine. So we'll do Retrofitter. Get in for 4 here. I could actually Mesmerizing Dose the Watcher. It's not the worst play if I get a full Proliferate off of it. No guarantees we get that yet. Alright. Mostly irrelevant. Alright. Sure. Oh, attacking. Well, that makes sense because it's got Vigilance. So we can do the Augury. I think we just smash. They'll probably get the poison token anyway. So we'll attack here. There's Chunking there. So let's do that. So I think at this point it's probably worth it to do the Augury because we want to make our land play anyway. So we're going to hit the land here. Even though the Injector is good too. We want to make sure we're hitting land every turn. So we've got some stuff in our hand we want to play here. So we'll do that. Play land. And do Throwing Bird. So we can do Dose if we want. Not bad. Yeah. Give us the poison counter. Makes sense. Are they going for it? Also makes sense. So we'll do this. I think we probably just Dose it. To me, that makes the most sense. We get to Proliferate, and we get to just do a lot of proliferating. We get to proliferate and proliferate. So we'll tap this little baddie down. Proliferate, get in, proliferate, toxic. they've had enough. Let's see here. Do we want to do a sideboard? I mean, we didn't. Unfortunately, our throwing birds are looking a lot less good against multiple watchers, but throwing bird's such an important card for our deck. I don't think I want to do that. But, I mean, we've got Edifice, we have Whisper the draw, so we're probably okay. I mean, we've got multiple answers for their thing they want to do. So that's probably fine. Unless I wanted to do, like, Offer Immortality instead of Annihilating Glare. That's actually not a bad option because it's a lot less mana. And then we can still attack the Throwing Bird, technically. Pay less mana, not have to sack anything to kill things. So that could be the best option. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, though. We didn't see enough creatures to really judge, I don't think. So for now, we're just going to keep it like this, I think. One lander, probably mull that. We'll keep. I mean, at least we have the Edifice to kill something with. I guess technically we don't need 2 forests, but whatever. Alright. Turn 2 Aspirant, turn 3 Edifice, not the worst. Oh, well, we can kill Dune Mover too. It's nice. We have all 3 of our forests. That's surprising. Well, we're going to kill the flyer and be happy about it. They get to draw, but we get to kill their thing, so I'm alright with it. I could actually attack here, because I'm willing to trade my Edifice for the Dune Mover at this point. It's kind of a fair trade, in my opinion. But I guess if they have a kill spell for Edifice, I don't love that. Yeah, certainly not with that. Ooh, Rot Priest. That's pretty cool. So we can attack with that, give it Death Touch. It's pretty nice. Ooh, Vraska. Nice one. So what's this do? Just make something treasure? Cool. Strong. But I guess we can get a Blister Zoa out. So this... They can do it again, too? Jeez. Well, I guess we can attack Vraska, too. That's nice. And then we'll play the Blister Zoa. So now they can't straight up treasure it. That's good. We don't have a poison counter, so I don't have to worry about that. But they get to proliferate their Vraska. It's pretty strong. How did it get up to 3? Wasn't it at 1? And then they drew, and they proliferate. That takes it to 2. Oh, and they proliferate off the dose, too. Yeah, wow. That is really good. Alright. Well, I think we're going to keep it up on Vraska here. My goodness. Sure. Alright. Well, I think we can successfully kill Vraska here, so that's good news. Ooh, another aspirant. So we don't have the double blue for dose. That sucks. Well, obviously we gotta kill Vraska, so we'll do that. Just fine. And then we'll do aspirant number 2. And pass. Sure. They got 1 card left. Feeling pretty good. Oh, whoopsie. Let's see. So we don't have an artifact out, unfortunately. I can still play the retrofitter, though. I mean, I don't see any reason why or why not to here, I guess. How many artifacts did I have total? I don't think I have that many. I've got 2 injectors and a prism, and that's basically it. Oh, and an edifice, but the edifice is already out, so... Ah, whatever. Let's just do retrofitter, I guess. Just get the 2/3 toxic dude out there. I guess I can still turn this into a 4/4. No reason to do it, no reason not to, I suppose. I mean, maybe it's better not to. Could have attacked there, actually, but I don't know if that's better either. Alright, so they can kill that, proliferate. So that was a good draw on their part. It's kind of just what they needed. I'm going to see if I can get some of this stuff off so we can see a little more clearly. That doesn't look very good. Let's see if it fixes it if I do this. No, not really. So they're attacking with just that. We'll take it. Oh, wait. It's my turn. I got another spell I can't cast, and I have to fix this. 1 sec. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Do I want to attack? No. So we're up to 7. I guess we don't die next turn, but pretty close. Okay, can they do it multiple times a turn? No, just once a turn. Alright. Oh, plus another poison counter. Good guard to have there. They forgot to... Oh, they can activate it. Outside of sorcery speed, so we'll go to the next game here. I feel good about the matchup. I think we can win this. I mean, we had a mulligan and we still almost won, so I think it'll be just fine. Ascent actually, it's instant speed too. That's pretty relevant. I kind of like what we have though. I think it's good. Because this deals with planeswalkers too, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's good. No, I think we'll just stick with this because I don't know what else to do. Oh, it looks like the thing's all screwed up again. Let's see if I can fix it again. Really tough to get light sources just right, even with light on the webcam and all that nonsense. It still is just hard to record at night and have all your stuff look the way you want it to. Let's play first. Another one-lander, so I think we'll mull this. Which is too bad, too. Double Throwing Bird, double Injector would have been pretty incredible. We'll keep this. We'll dump an island. Alright, I guess we can do a Throwing Bird here. Alright. So, we'll go Augury. We kind of waste to proliferate and look for something. Kind of feel like we're going to need this more, sadly. I mean, obviously the other card combos better with Throwing Bird, but Throwing Bird's not going to do us a lot of good if we can't get in there. Alright, so we can drop a Rot Priest here. I guess they're off their black mana, that's good. Ooh, wow. Nice. Another mythic. That's great. Alright, let's get in with the Rot Priest. This does amazing things, right? You get to proliferate twice instead. It's pretty awesome. You can make it indestructible once they have a mana for it too. Draw another card. We'll do Insight here. Unfortunately, don't get to proliferate anything. And draw 3 lands, so kind of a bummer. Not much to be done about it. Just one of those things that happens sometimes. Really like our deck a lot, but I don't know. Like I said, there's nothing you can do when that happens. So opponent's got a great deck too. They've drawn very well. So what are you gonna do? All right. Oh, I was supposed to attack with Throwing Bird. Or maybe I wasn't. Maybe I actually need to jump block here to like not die. Yeah, I suppose. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, round 2, and we'll play first. And we'll keep this. We've got Prism into Hive Master. And Prism we want to play first because we have the Retrofitter. So if we draw that, it's going to work out about a lot better for us. So now probably Hive Master into Prologue plus Throwing Bird. Not bad. Ooh, just perfect draw there. Really optimal draw. Retrofitter's a really dirty card. Really, really dirty card. The fact that it lets you, I feel like fairly consistently enough attack with a 4/4 on turn 3, it really is an outrageously strong card. You know, I won't say broken. I get it. I don't like to say broken. I don't like to say things are broken, but feel bad? Probably. Probably a feel bad. I mean, I guess I could have just done Prologue. I just can't imagine a card I'd rather play than Throwing Bird there. You know? 1/5 looks pretty good. We can give that thing Death Touch, too. Aha, Rot Priest of our own, huh? Well, that's cool. So, we can't give it Death Touch yet. And if I play it next turn, I still can't give it death. I can't play Hive Master plus 2 Death Touch because it's 7 mana to do that. So we'll just play the Rot Priest. Get in with the Thrumming Bird. There's no reach, right? No. Just Vigilance, okay. And then whenever they get a poison... No, it's when a creature with Toxic deals combat damage, they get an additional poison counter. Not whenever you put a poison counter on them, they get an additional one. That would be like a never-ending cycle. Put a counter on them, put another, keep putting counters. They're at 10, okay, they lose. It wouldn't even... I think it would just keep going. It would go infinite. I don't like Plague Nurse. I already said that during the draft, but I'm really kind of reiterating it here. So, Immobilizer's kind of cool, and they can't give Death Touch, so I can actually attack with... yeah, I can attack with Retrofitter here, and they don't really have a great block. They can block with Plague Nurse. I'm okay with that. It's a good trade. I guess we lose our Prism, but I'm not even sure that really matters. Oh, I guess it took our black mana, though. Oh, but we have Prism, yeah. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. So they can attack with Rot Priest and get some counters on us. I think I'm just going to have to be okay with that. That's surprising. So... currently killing them more with damage than anything else here. I guess we'll do Immobilizer. Why not? Should have played the Immobilizer first if I was going to do that, because then I could proliferate on it. Alright, well, not really intimidated by the Paladin of Predation, especially now that they're tapped out. So, we can Insight. Play the Injector. And Thrumming Bird. Alright. Were they actually dead there? They were at 6. They would have taken 1 Toxic plus Proliferate plus an additional poison counter, so they would have been at 9. They technically wouldn't have been dead. Because even if I attacked with everything, they had blocks, so... But, I mean... Actually, no, they were dead. I don't know what I'm talking about. I had the Immobilizer. I didn't even see it, but they conceded. But yeah, I would have just had to attack, tap the... whatever, Sports Rot Priest, either one. And they would have died then, yeah. Silly. Silly me. Alright. So, sideboard plan. We didn't see any X1s. It does make the Edifice a less attractive option here. Doesn't mean they don't have it in their deck, because there's something I'd prefer to have. Did they show us... They didn't really show us a lot of non-creature spells. That makes Duress less exciting. So really the only other options I'm seeing are like, if I dump Edifice, a Duress, an Inquiry... an Insight. I mean, they're not terrible. I'm not going to say they're terrible. But I think, you know, they're doing a Toxic plan. It's a good chance they got the 2-drop 1/1 flyer. I think it's worth keeping for now. We'll see what happens in game 2. Looks like they got a sideboard plan. Alright, it's a good hand. We don't have our green mana, but we do have a Blightbelly Rat. We have an Immobilizer. Ooh. Well, found something the Edifice can kill. That's good. So tap unless you control 2 or few other lands. Doesn't really matter. Sure. Alright, got a Hive Master, so let's do the rat here. And I'm willing to trade a rat for a Skull Dweller. Skull Dweller's got Death Touch, so that's fine. Ooh. If you would get 1 or more poison counters, instead you get 1 poison counter, and you can't get additional poison counters this turn. Huh, that's pretty good. What was the other thing? You can exile it and choose another creature artifact. When it's put into a graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Creature or artifacts, and they can get their Skull Bomb back if they exile. That's kind of cool. So I do have an artifact for Retrofitter, so we'll probably just do the Hive Master for now. They have 2 cards left in their hand too. That's not bad. And we have the Immobilizer, so that's good. Better when I get some more Proliferate online. And I'm a green mana away from our Rot Priest. That's good. Immobilizer Retrofitter is actually kind of cool. Because you can use your Immobilizer to tap down their biggest creature on their turn. And still find a way to attack. So I kind of like that. I think I'm going to just block with the rat here. Just get rid of their Death Touch, dude. I'm okay with that. And this is corrupted. You can get it back from your graveyard. So I think we'll just block with a rat on the Death Toucher. We don't get to proliferate, but that's okay. I'd rather have the 3 power do it against the Malira. Sure. Alright, well they can't replay it. That's good news. And Necrosquito's not bad here either. So 2 options. I think we probably do the Immobilizer is my thought. The Immobilizer is my thought because then I can retrofit it and do stuff there. But, I mean, the Necrosquito's not bad either. And it'll get bigger when things die. But I think we'll do a Immobilizer, and that way I can tap Malira as well. Hopefully it's... Oh, stop the combat. Alright. Tap Malira here. Sure. Now they can't play the Death Touch, dude. Sure. Alright. Alright, a couple of our guys are splashing that we can't play, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? This is an artifact, isn't it? Ooh, well, I guess Retrofitter maybe looks the best then. I can get in for the most damage with that. Alright. I'll do it. Can't block, but hey, I can keep swinging with it. Unfortunately, Malira kind of cancels out the Route Priest ability, doesn't it? Well, how does it work? No, they can't get additional poison counters. So, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, we got to keep swinging with the Might. Don't have a choice there. So, we have the Dose. to be able to get extra counters, though. This says Toxic 2, so I probably, I guess, am doing the dose on the Singer, unfortunately. They might actually block with the Skull Dweller here. If they don't, we dose. I think we're dosing anyway. Because the Slaughter Singer ends up dealing... Well, does it end up dealing more damage? Because it doesn't get its own buff. That's true. So they can't even... Maybe it is better to dose the... Well, maybe it's better to play... Well, if I do Necrosquito, they can still attack with Malira. It just... But then I can proliferate onto it. So maybe I have to take one more hit here. Which means, once again, I should have played the Necrosquito before attacking. Oh, well, they made a mistake there. I'm hoping I don't have to... Oh. Ooh, with the reach, no less, too. Well, there's our green mana. That's nice. So we're up to 6, so we can play the Rot Priest. The Longlegs has reach. I mean, I can do the dose now, and how much do I care about Tyvar? They can't use the ability next turn. Oh, but they can proliferate, and then they could. We probably just do the Rot Priest, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. Best use of mana, we'll get another Toxic dude on the board. Because if I'd done the Proliferate, I could have taken out Tyvar now, but who knows? There might even be a better target for Mesmerizing Dose. It's too bad that Malira is just so good against... Does this make it lose all abilities? Man, that would be nice. Ooh, Thrumming Bird. There's a good one. So let's do the dose now on the... I guess the... Well, they can sack it in response. And then I won't get to proliferate. It's true. Yeah. I mean, alternatively... I can only activate Rot Priest once as well, unfortunately. And they have the mana to proliferate. I mean, I can play another Rot Priest. It doesn't really matter, though, because they can only get one poison counter a turn. Probably killing him by damage this game, aren't we? Well, I guess we just do this. Hope they don't proliferate. I think they will. And then we'll get in on Tyvar. Not really happy about it, but what are you gonna do? So we'll get in on... Oh, I guess I can still... That's true. Yeah, we can get in like this, can't we? Because I can give the Retrofitter Death Touch. So I can at least kill that and then still follow up with a Thrumming Bird. And they're not corrupted yet, so that's fine too. And then we'll play a Thrumming Bird and pass. So, Proliferate, unfortunately... I mean, it's going to be fine. I can buff my Necrosquito with it, but... Ooh. Well, we can give Death Touch, so we're actually okay. They just can't get more than one counter a turn, which kind of sucks, but... So, yeah, we just get in. There's no reach, though, right? No. So, Necrosquito attacking Tyvar, Throwing Bird attacking them, leaving the Rot Priest back, killing Tyvar, proliferating, buffing Necrosquito, get a counter. We'll do a Prism, because then we can still give Death Touch. And I guess I can do Injector, and I can still give Death Touch because it's only 3. I just can't equip. But that's okay. And the Injector, kind of pointless. Actually, I should have equipped, because then I could block the Paladin of Predation, but not a big deal. I can give this whenever, right? Okay. If they want to trade their 6/7 for my Retrofitter, I'm kind of cool with that, too. Wait, I can't block? Because my creature has power 2 or less. Wow. Jeez. Maybe I should read cards, I guess, huh? So, now we're in kind of a tough spot. I mean, I guess I just have to keep the Necrosquito back. But we'll get in with the Aspirant. Wish I could proliferate twice this turn, because I'm not close enough to kill them. Yeah. I mean, I buy myself 1 turn, but Paladin's gonna get me. Because I forgot about the ability. Wait, no, I couldn't attack there because I would have died. Because I still need the Necrosquito to block the Paladin. So we have to block to not die. Somehow we have to deal lethal damage? Jeez, that seems like it's gonna be tough. Hey, Raptor actually kind of does it. Believe it or not. So we'll play the Raptor first. Get in with the Throwing Bird. Funny how good Malira is against us. I mean, we still need another turn, unfortunately. Can I equip Injector and have enough to block Predation? So if I remove... I mean, it doesn't go the way I need it to, so no. Unfortunately, no. Huh. Alright. Well, I don't have lethal, so it's going to be a tough one. If I can proliferate next turn, maybe. Wait, I could have given it Death Touch. I screwed up. So what I needed to do was equip it with the Injector, and then, yeah, I screwed up. That was my bad. Although, did I even have the mana to do that? Because I just played Raptor, and then I wouldn't have been able to give it Death Touch. I actually needed another mana in order to do that. Wow. Well, I can only give him 1 poison counter a turn, so let's see if we can do something else here. Proliferate, perhaps. Another Injector. Well, it's not enough. Yeah. They have 3 blockers and 4 attackers. Yeah, I think they got us. I mean, there were a good amount of draws we could have gotten to get there. But Malira kind of did us in there. I guess I can't take a hit from the Paladin because it gives toxic 6. So wow, weird game. Didn't expect to lose there, but I forgot about the Paladin of predation ability, so we ended up losing. So we'll have to go to game 3 here. Yeah, like I said, the turn I had Raptor, I could have re-equipped the Injector, but I wouldn't have had the mana to give it Death Touch. But I missed it at the time, so if I did have the mana, I still would have lost because I didn't see it. So it's a tough one. We do have outs for Malira, but that's still tough. And Edifice is at least an answer for their X1 thing. Tough one. Yeah, Malira is a big deal. Really can't do much against it. I have to kill. I mean, I still have the Aspirant backup plan, but obviously it was too slow. All right, let's run her back. All right, we'll play first. And that is keep. Good hand. We get to go Injector into Thrumming Bird, into Retrofitter too. I mean, I could get the Proliferate going right away, but at this point with Malira, I'd rather just get an Injector online, and you can still equip equipment even if it's a creature. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. So turn 1 Injector, turn 2 Thrumming Bird, turn 3 Retrofitter. We have all of our colors. Looks pretty good. Well, they don't have Malira mana. That's good. Sure. So we'll do Retrofitter and get in there. Oh, we had the Aspirant Thrumming Bird combo too. That's too bad. Well, if I equip Injector now, I can't get in with it. So probably makes more sense to just keep slamming with that Injector. Nice. Alright, well, Mobilizer, I suppose, looks the best. Best use of mana, at least. Sure. So, I've got Hive Master. Well, if they have Malira, we can at least kill it. So, sack a creature. I guess we'll sack the 2/3. Ooh, they did have Malira. Well, at least we can kill Malira. So that's good. So, I think we just pay the full price here. I mean, I suppose there's an argument maybe to kill the Plague Nurse instead, but I don't think so. I think we gotta just get rid of... We just gotta get rid of Malira. There's a Malira. I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say if they'd prefer to exile it, that's better for us anyway, so. Ooh, nice. Oh, so we got Thrumming Bird. That's good news. So we can attack with the Hive Master if we want. But I think we're actually going to keep it back. I don't really want to trade with a Spore Singer, so we'll do that with Thrumming Bird and then pass. So we're not going to use our last counter on the Immobilizer, and we are going to take 2 from the Plague Nurse, which is fine. It gives him Corrupted, but we'll live with it. Alright, so land, we'll get in with Thrumming Bird. So we'll proliferate, we'll give them poison, we'll bump Mobilizer, make them lose some life, and I guess we'll pass. So now we can use the Mobilizer again, which is nice. I wonder if I have to take that? No, probably not, but I was just thinking, oh wow. Cool, got there. We'll see you in round 3. This hand's good. Got the prologue, have all 3 colors technically. You can give him the poison counter. Now we're probably just want to do the turn 2 rat, I'm guessing. Sure. So I can kill that, but I think I'm just going to do rat instead. I'd like to maximize those proliferates if possible. And technically, next turn we can go Prologue plus Whisper the draw, so that's good. Sure. So I can make the trade here. I mean, the issue is if I don't trade here, I take 3, they gain 3, and I still can't really attack with rat. I guess I kind of can. Maybe we can. Sure. So I can get in with the rat. There's 2 cards left too. Because they might block with the Slinger. I kind of feel like they should. That makes sense. So then we can do Prologue plus Whisper. And give them an additional counter and keep our rat. So that's pretty good. I mean, now they get to keep their Justiciar, but it's probably alright. Put a couple counters on them, can't be the worst. Alright, no attacks there either, nice. And we get the Augury too here? Wow, alright. So let's do it. Aspirant. I guess we can attack first. Get the Toxic counter on them. Then we'll do Aspirant, and then we'll hold up Augury. In case they have removal for Aspirant, because it buys me more time. But if I do Prism now, I draw... And then I can play Rot Priest next turn. Maybe that's better. If they have removal for Aspirant, so be it. I wanna fix my mana. I wanna play lands every turn. So, that's fine. We get a flyer going, so at least we can tap that. That's good. We'll take 4. So we can at least tap that. Plus we can augury too, huh? So, I mean, we have 0 poison counters on us. That doesn't have toxic. Probably need to lock down flyer, dude. So let's just dose the shepherd. We'll proliferate. Gain some life. We'll play a land. And I guess we'll attack the rat. I don't really have a good block here anyway. Alright. There are 5 counters, and then we can augury on their turn. Drain them for another 2. Sure. They don't have the mana to tap, so that's good. I mean, attacking with the infect dude to me makes the most sense, because they can't block with him anyway, you know. Hey, they're out of cards in hand. That's a pretty good sign for us. Now we can just sort of chill. Just put some counters on them, and Aspirant's just buying us all sorts of time. So, I guess the Rot Priest, I mean, another land obviously wouldn't hurt either, but I think we just do Rot Priest, put a counter on him. Proliferate. Drain him. It's funny, the drain is basically only important for just gaining us life and making so we don't die. Do I just do Rot Priest here? I suppose I do. I think it makes the most sense. No real reason to attack with the rat there. So they could have tapped and they actually didn't. And that was a mistake on their part. Because they could have tapped 2 of our dudes and we would have actually been in a little bit more of a tricky spot. Yeah, they could have gotten in with everything here. And, well, they would have taken us to 1. But that would have been good enough to kill us. I mean, they had an excellent top deck there, so. So let's just play another Rot Priest, best use of mana, just get more dudes down. They're still forgetting to tap. I mean, we're really lucky they're missing that, because that's like, we would have lost it this turn had they been noticing that. And I'm not going to highlight their Senu Dancer and show you, because then it's just going to serve as a reminder to them that they have that. So instead, here we're going to just play an Aspirant and play a Raptor and pass. Just get as many blockers down as we possibly can. Necrosquito's good too. So I don't know if we're in a huge rush to play the Insight. I think we just, I mean, it probably doesn't hurt. We want to play lands here too. Put another counter on that thing. Drain them. Now we can at least attack with Raptor too. That's good. Play a land. Guess we can do 1. I kind of want to keep the other ones because they're not imminently dead, and I want to be able to kill higher power toughness dudes if need be. So I could have done Necrosquito first and set up for a better Insight. That might have been better. But like I said, I kind of wanted to hit lands too, you know. So I don't know. Can I start attacking now with other things? The fact that they're not tapping is so crazy. It's just really crazy. I think the fact... Oh, I should have played the Necrosquito first because I could proliferate on it. Yeah, that was a mistake. Made a lot of mistakes this draft. Never a good feeling. A little bit sloppy. I mean, there's still a chance I beat him through poison, which is kind of hilarious. I've been doing, like, just a complete and utter, like, balance job. That Necrosquito would have been a 4-4 had I not screwed that up, so I guess they don't really care, so I'm alright with it. So, what did we see? We saw X1s, so we know that our Edifice is going to be good. We know Whisper of the Dross is good, because we killed something with it. And it kills Justiciar, so good targets. Double Sinew Dancer. Are there any other ways to kill X1s? I think that's it. We're already running them, so good. We'll keep it the same. This deck, I mean, this deck is great. Our deck is really fun. It's cool. It has a lot of good synergies in it. I guess it's lacking the bombs. I did pass bombs. I passed Elish Norn and I passed the green Mythic. But I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this deck seems more fun than that deck would have been. I mean, how cool is Thrumming Bird with Scheming Aspirant? How often do you get 2 of each of those uncommons? I would argue not that often. Pretty difficult to get 2 of each of those uncommons, because Thrumming Bird at the very least is a highly desirable card. I don't know if how much people are plucking up aspirants. Maybe not that much, but it's a great card. This is a good hand. We get the rat again. Hopefully be able to do some proliferation. I do like the Blightbelly rat a lot. No turn 1 play is actually kind of surprising from them, since we've seen so many of them that they could play. Ooh, Skrelv's Hive. That's a great card. Really, really, really strong. So we can do the Hive Master. I think they might take it. If I attack, but I'm just going to play the Hive Master and pass. I don't know if I can afford to pass, though, either. That's the problem. So they attack with both. I block. Maybe they just attack with the Duelist. They get 2 counters on us. I don't want that either. That's a tough one. The thing is, my Augury gets a lot worse. They don't have a counter on them. But I don't want them to just get corrupted right off the bat either. Ooh, nice one. I probably would have done the Duelist, but what do I know? I mean, I guess they can block now, technically. Well, they put me in a tough spot. I feel like I kind of have to attack. I don't want to, but just the Hive Master, just so Augury does something. Or maybe Augury doesn't do anything, so we'll cast it instead. And start looking for some answers. So Whisper is good. They're going to get corrupted here, though, so I wonder if I have to do... I feel like I have to do Aspirant. Just... I mean... So I have another blocker. I mean, all their dudes are going to have lifelink, so it's kind of a tough spot, but... I guess only if they get any damage with us. And Aspirant blocks Duelist, too, so that's good. Nice one. They don't have any oil counter stuff, but it's a good card, nonetheless. Alright, we don't have double blue, which is kind of sad. Means we can't cast our Insight. So I might bring in the Canopy, because we at least have a couple targets for it. And taking out Hive at least turns off their lifelink with toxic stuff. Nice one. I mean, you obviously attack with all of them. They're gonna get corrupted regardless, so I guess we'll just keep our rat. So we got a Thrumming Bird. I mean, would be good if they had a poison counter, I guess. Let's do Thrumming Bird, pass. Probably have to block here, I guess. Unfortunately. Dead next turn anyway, so probably doesn't matter. Alright, so play Necroscuda and die, so we'll do the Canopy, I think, out of sideboard. At least it's an out for their Hive, so they're not just making dudes every turn. I don't think we have anything else we can do against... We don't have, like, Hazardous, whatever it's called, Hazardous Blast or whatever. So let's just bring in a Canopy. Kind of need it. And we can dump something. I don't know what we're dumping. What was the weakest card I said I was going to cut? I feel like for some reason I had Edifice on the fence, but seems illogical now. I kind of need my Injector and Prism for Retrofit or Synergy, so I don't want to do that. Could do Prologue, I guess. Alright. I don't want to, but Canopy seems more important now. I mean, I want to be able to give him poison counters when I need them, but I think I got to do it this way. Alright, one lander, unfortunate. We'll go and keep this one. And we'll dump... probably expensive card. That way we can at least go like Darkslick Shores into Rat and Aspirant, set that up. Maybe get a Raptor online, do something. That would be good. That would be good. Alright. Let's do Darkslick Shores. Well, had a good turn progression at least. Nothing wrong with that, right? So that's cool. Guess we'll attack. I don't really want to make this trade, but that's all right. Oh, well, good news for us. Maybe it's actually better to do the Thrumming Bird now. I think it is. Then I can actually follow up with Aspirant and counteract the damage we take here, and that's pretty good. Kind of surprised they didn't want to block there. Yeah, now I can just go Aspirant and kind of just go off with proliferating here. Especially with another Aspirant. Uh-oh. You're looking at the Thrumming Bird. Don't look at it. Oh, don't care about that. I'll happily trade that for a rat if I have to. Oh. Sure. I think I just take this. Oh, that was a weird one. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Probably just block then. Take that. Proliferate. I should have waited, because I'd have had another aspirant. I've made a lot of mistakes this game, folks. A lot of mistakes. You can call me old Sloppy Stephenson. Slop Stephenson, as I like to be called. Mr. Bad Choice Stephenson. Go by many names. Surprised they killed that one. The throwing bird kind of shuts off the whole plan. So we'll do Raptor. Mobilizer would have made better use of mana, but now I have another attacker. True. This is true. Chimney Rabble, sure. Mostly irrelevant. No reach, right? Okay. No reach, that's good. So, am I killing them with poison or damage here? I guess I mean, they have the life linkers, so can't really do all that stuff. We're like hilariously dead even on damage versus, I missed the proliferate trigger again. Just making it as like sloppy as I possibly can here. Alright, well, have the canopy for it, I guess that's good. Incisor glider. Well, I can kill that. I don't even have to. I think they're just dead, so it's all good. I don't really want to trade there. So back up to 12, but they have all the poison counters. I suppose we're probably... Oh, wow. So I suppose we're probably just canopy killing the glider. Proliferate. Drain 2. And then I can get in, so they'll go to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So we still don't have lethal, unfortunately. It's not a huge deal, but... They did not draw Hazardous Blast, so that's good. So it looks like they're dead. They can blow up the Immobilizer, but it's irrelevant. They have 8 poison tokens, and that's all that matters. Sack the 1/1, blow up the Immobilizer. In response, tap the Justiciar. They attack with everything. We block probably the 3/4. Take some damage. I mean, you're dead, so might as well attack with everything, right? So we're not going to block here. We'll just take it. Because they don't have anything else anyway. And they're going to die to poison, so it's irrelevant. Or do they actually die? Let's see. Because we double proliferate, so it's 3, 6, 10. We're doing the full-on, both multiple lethals. That's how we're doing it. Alright. Ended up going 2-1. Did I have fun in the match? Sure. Yeah, because I won. If I lost, I didn't have fun, I guess. Is that what it's like asking? I never understand. I thought for a while I understood what it was asking, but... My thought actually was like, did you have fun in the match? Because our decks were very different. I don't know if you noticed that. We both were playing... I don't know. My theory is that it asks you that, and if you're playing the mirror match, you say no, and if you're not playing a mirror match, you say yes, unless you like playing against the exact same deck you've drafted, which I don't. Alright, let's see some pack one, pick ones. And call it a night. Pack one, pick one. What does this do? Enters with oil, remove oil, put an oil counter on. Oh, that's a cool card. That's fun. That's good with Proliferate. I like that. Sawblade Scamp's a good card too. I like this. That's good. The Duelist is good. Toxic. Predation's good removal. I could see taking the rare here, though. This is legitimately a pretty good card for the oil deck. It's like a free little... I mean, it works so well with Proliferate. Just put oil on stuff. I like it. Maybe it's not as good as I think it is, but it does seem pretty good. Alright, pack one, pick one here. Safe House is on the battlefield. Activated abilities about lands in all graveyards. I don't think so. Skull Dweller's pretty awesome, and I love Toxic. Exuberant Fuseling's actually pretty good, too. I do like this card. And it's good with the oil, obviously, too. So they're both similar, but I'd go Skull Dweller. It's just very fun. Cheap Toxic decks are pretty fun. Well, I could see taking the Singer here. It is multicolor first pick. Not a huge fan of that, but this is quite strong. All your Toxic stuff gets buffed when attacking. And it's got Toxic too. Alright. This card's good, isn't it? Yeah. Come in, exile. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Ossification. What's the rare do? 2 mana, 2/2 trample. Gets +X/+X for X number of equipped creatures you control. And its powers 4 or greater, draw a card. Well, you'd have to have a pretty dedicated equipment deck to ever have that pay off. The Font of Progress deck, I did try that. And that was... I mean, it was fun. But fun doesn't always mean good. I'd take Ossification pretty easily here. That's a very strong removal spell. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.